I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't stay much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys are no secret. They're playing for pride at this point. Just one victory on what has largely been a forgettable season. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Broken tackle. Still going. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll run with the USC man, Woody Marks. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Stroud out of the gun here. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? Cole got
under pressure. They got him again. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt given 3 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football first and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from the University of Washington.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. He saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Got his man. It's Thornton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
14 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas.
On first down, it's Ginty. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Teague. Avant brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Teague. Short throw caught by Bowers. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 69 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And he'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw. Teague. Touchdown! Dante Thornton, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Busts through the tackle. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Now 2nd and 5. Stroud looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Marks. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
When you find
find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he's going to have the Texans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
First down. A pickup of 2 yards. And the Texans.
Stroud working out of the gun. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Takedown. 38 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Teague. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Teague. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now. You can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Texans 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A little juke. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Breaks through the contact. Inside the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
In motion comes the tight end left. Stroud to throw it. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch. Taken at about the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
At the 24-yard line.
Second and 11. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Hard throw, incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. An 8-yard return there after the punt of 47. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
Stroud. A loss of 8 that time. And it brings up 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Taking a shot for Dell here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, 2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And now the punter, Tressway, as he sends this one away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
it back to Genty on first down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And they're going to speed things up here.
A loss of 2 brings up second.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. To the left side, pass caught by Thornton. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. T. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
21. Texans.
5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Sheds off the tackle. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a pickup of 3.
So halftime here out. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set to go once more. We get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, and he sets the pace here in the latter stages of the season. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run forward with Genty. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Genty. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And That's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave it with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. T. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
In a 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and not free.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and trying to keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go again with Genty. Yeah, this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Texans.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Raiders' 43-yard line.
Here goes Stroud again. And the Raiders have got him. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Jaden Higgins, 47 yards. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On the zone read, a give to Genty. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
18 Cardinal. Check smash.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Teague. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts.
A 10-yard gain.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go with the keeper. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, here we go. Hiking 18, Dragon 60.
Back to throw. Teague completes this one to Thornton. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
30-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds.
Las Vegas. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Play. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his 1st sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Off the play fake. Teague. Pass right side, caught by Thornton. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Operating from the gun. Teague. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From a yard out. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
35. Texans 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Shifts by him. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. Houston's offense taking over again. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
11 more yards. That's another Texans first down.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point forthcoming.
The keeper on for the point after.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
throwing now is Stroud. And that one complete once again to Higgins. A gain of just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against